Hello students. Hi, welcome to this class. In this class, I'm going to explain refrigerants, about the refrigerants in unit 3. It is part 5. In previous class, we covered part 4. We covered the part 4's number of parts 4. That is part 1 is refrigerant compressors. In part 2, we covered condensers. Part 3, expansion devices, and part 4, evaporators. These are 5 parts is under unit 3 only. Refrigerants. What is a refrigerant? First of all, we are going to discuss about the types of refrigerants, refrigerant definition, properties of different refrigerants, okay, and their nomenclature, how to give the number for the refrigerant, and how to convert the chemical formula into refrigerant numbers, and how to convert the refrigerant number into chemical formula. Then we go for ozone depletion concept and global warming concept. Okay, in this class, I'm going to discuss these topics. First of all, what is a refrigerant? What is meant by a refrigerant? Refrigerant is the working fluid used for heat transfer in the refrigerating system that absorbs the heat, latent heat, that is latent heat during the evaporation from the region of low temperature and pressures, and releases heat during the condensation at the region of high temperature and pressure. So it is the working fluid. Generally, it says that it is a working fluid which is used to transfer the heat in the evaporator and condenser by changing its phase from vapor to liquid and vice versa. Clear? So classifications of refrigerants. How to classify the refrigerants? Based on the different aspects, we can classify the refrigerants. First aspect is based on the working principle. Working principle based we can classify the refrigerants are 2 types: primary refrigerants and secondary refrigerants. Primary refrigerants means these are directly involved in the cyclic process. This follows the cyclic process, and these are directly involved in the cooling process. Example: CO2, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ammonia, freon refrigerants. These freon refrigerants are also called chlorofluorocarbon refrigerants. These are all primary refrigerants. Primary refrigerants ante cyclic process lo run ayyedi. Ante these refrigerants crosses across the every component of the system. Clear? It passes through the compressor, then condenser, then expansion device, and then evaporator. Like this, it follows the cyclic process, which does not leave the system. If a system will leave out, okay, that is those refrigerants are called primary refrigerants. Primary refrigerants ka manam ee refrigerants ni vadukochu. Ivi carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ammonia. These are the inorganic compounds, and freon series is the organic compounds. Clear? Coming to the secondary refrigerants. These refrigerants does not follow the cyclic process. These are cooled by the primary refrigerants. Even cool aina primary refrigerant evaporator lo cool aina refrigerant దగ్గర నుండి heat ని మనం రిజెక్ట్ అయిపోయి అంటే దాన్ని అబ్జార్బ్ చేసుకొని evaporator లో another refrigerant will be cooled. Another working fluid will be cooled by using the primary refrigerants. Another cooling medium, another cooling refrigerants is called the secondary refrigerants. Clear? So for example, I will explain. If evaporator is there like this, evaporator coil. In this evaporator coil, a working fluid, that is the primary refrigerant, will be flows. The expansion wall నుండి దీనిలోకి వచ్చేస్తుంది primary refrigerant, and then after evaporation, it will be entered into the compressor. Clear? So this primary refrigerant and secondary refrigerant, and for example, look at this evaporator is in an evacuated chamber or a bucket of water. Let us take our aim to cool the water. మన ఏమేంటంటే ఈ సిస్టమ్ యూజ్ చేసి వాటర్ని కూల్ చేయడం, ఓకే, చిల్డ్ వాటర్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయడం. సో ఈ వాటర్ని మనం ఒక ఎన్క్లోజర్లో ప్లేస్ చేసి ఆ ఎన్క్లోజర్లో ఎవాపరేటర్ కాయిల్ని ప్లేస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఈ వాటర్ కూల్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, ఈ వాటర్ కూల్ అయిన వాటర్ని మనం రిక్వైర్డ్ పర్పస్ లో వాడుకుంటాం, బ్లీచింగ్ పర్పస్ లో కానీ, లేకపోతే కెమికల్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ లో కానీ, లేకపోతే డ్రింకింగ్ వాటర్ గా కానీ వీ కెన్ యూజ్ దిస్ వాటర్. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే రిఫ్రిజరెంట్ విచ్ ఈస్ ఫ్లోయింగ్ ఇన్ ద సైక్లిక్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ద ప్రైమరీ రిఫ్రిజరెంట్స్. ద రిఫ్రిజరెంట్ ఆర్ వర్కింగ్ ఫ్లూయిడ్ విచ్ ఈస్ యూజ్డ్ in our required purpose, that refrigerant is cooled by the primary refrigerants. So this water is used as a secondary refrigerant here. ikkada secondary refrigerant water. Otherwise వాటర్ కాకుండా ఇప్పుడు మన రూమ్ ఎయిర్ కండిషనర్ లో అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే కూలింగ్ కాయిల్ ఎయిర్ కండిషనర్ ఇండోర్ యూనిట్ లో ఉంటుంది. ఈ కూలింగ్ కాయిల్ ద్వారా ఎయిర్ పాస్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో ఎయిర్ ఈస్ కూల్డ్ when the air flows over the evaporator coil. So the cooled air is used to cool the room. Okay, that air is called the secondary refrigerant, which is not follows the cyclic process, but it is cooled by the primary refrigerants. So like that, the working fluid which are cooled by the primary refrigerants is called the secondary refrigerants. Clear? These are indirectly involved in the cooling process, not directly involved in the cooling process. Examples: brine solution, water, calcium chloride. It is also called salt cake, calcium chloride, salt cake solution, air. Air is also used as a secondary refrigerant, and etc. These are the secondary refrigerant which are cooled by the primary refrigerant, which are follows cyclic process. Okay, so primary refrigerants ఏదైతే cyclic process లో ఫాలో అవుతున్నాయో అవి యూజ్ చేసుకుని మనం రిఫ్రిజరెంట్స్ ని, వర్కింగ్ ఫ్లూయిడ్ ని కూల్ చేస్తే ఆ వర్కింగ్ ఫ్లూయిడ్ ని సెకండరీ రిఫ్రిజరెంట్స్ అంటాం. Okay, that secondary refrigerant is used for the required purpose. Clear? Are you getting my point? So let us go for the second classification based on the safety conditions. So first one is based on the working principle, either it is follows the cyclic process or does not. But second, based on the safety conditions, the refrigerants are classified as three types: non-toxic refrigerants, toxic refrigerants, and flammable refrigerants. Non-toxic refrigerants means these are refrigerants are not harmful to the human beings, are called non-toxic refrigerants. These are not harmful. These are very user-friendly refrigerants. Okay, these are not harmful to the human beings means health disorderness ఉండదండి ఇవి యూజ్ చేసినా కూడా, లీక్ అయినా ఎక్కడైనా. ఓకే, సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద నాన్ టాక్సిక్ రిఫ్రిజరెంట్స్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎయిర్ మన ఎయిర్ రిఫ్రిజరేషన్ సిస్టమ్ లో ఎయిర్ వర్కింగ్ ఫ్లూయిడ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం కాబట్టి ఎయిర్ ఈజ్ నాన్ టాక్సిక్ నేచర్. Water is also used in steam jet refrigeration system. Water is also non-toxic refrigerants. Freon refrigerants is also non-toxic in nature. But this Freon series is toxic for the nature, but it is not harmful to the human beings. Clear? So the non-toxic and human beings ki elanti health disorders create cheyakunda unte vatni non-toxic refrigerants antam. Clear, students? Coming to the toxic refrigerants, these are very harmful to the human beings. Example: ammonia, sulfur dioxide, etc. Ammonia is the pungent smell. SO2, that is the sulfur dioxide, is very irritating gas. It is very irritating gas, and it is whenever the SO2 gas will be breathing, during the breathing, the lungs will be damaged by the SO2 gas. Okay, that is a toxic in nature, very toxic in nature. These are ammonia, SO2, etc. Clear? So toxic refrigerants and human beings harmful kalgete toxic refrigerants and next, third one, flammable refrigerants. These refrigerants catches the fire at lower temperatures. అవి తక్కువ టెంపరేచర్ దగ్గరనే ఫైర్ ని క్యాచ్ చేసే నేచర్ ఉంటుంది ఈ రిఫ్రిజరెంట్స్ కి. బట్ దీస్ ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ ద వెరీ గుడ్ థర్మోడైనమిక్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ టు అబ్జార్బ్ ద హీట్, టు రిజెక్ట్ ద హీట్ అట్ ఎవాపరేటర్ అండ్ కండెన్సర్. అవి ఫైర్ క్యాచ్ చేసినా కూడా అట్ లో టెంపరేచర్ దగ్గర అవి థర్మోడైనమిక్స్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ చాలా బాగుండడం వల్ల వీటిని మనం రిఫ్రిజరెంట్ గా వాడుకోవచ్చు. ఎగ్జాంపుల్: హైడ్రోకార్బన్ కాంపౌండ్స్. హైడ్రోకార్బన్ కాంపౌండ్స్ అంటే methane, ethane, butane, propane. These are the hydrocarbon compounds or flammable refrigerants. These hydrocarbon compounds used as a fuel and also refrigerants. Okay, these are the based on the safety conditions. These are the three types of refrigerants. Clear? Based on the chemical composition. Chemical composition based cheskoni there are 4 or 5 types. 4 types are there. Hydrocarbon compounds already discussed here. These are the flammable refrigerants, hydrocarbon compounds. Most of these are used in industrial installations. These are having good thermodynamic properties, but highly flammable and explosive. But explosive nature untundi, tondaraga fire ni catch chese gunam untundi, but these are having the good thermodynamic properties గుడ్ థర్మోడైనమిక్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ అంటే హై క్రిటికల్ పాయింట్, లేటెడ్ హీట్ ఎక్కువగా ఉండటం, ఇలాంటి ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఉండడం వల్ల హైడ్రోకార్బన్ రిఫ్రిజరెంట్స్ గా వాడుకోవచ్చు. ఇవి ఇండస్ట్రియల్ పర్పస్ లో మనం వాడుకుంటున్నాం ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి. ఓకే, నవేడేస్ దీస్ ఆర్ యూజ్డ్ ఇన్ ద ఇండస్ట్రియల్ పర్పస్, హైడ్రోకార్బన్ కాంపౌండ్స్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈథేన్, ప్రొపేన్, బ్యూటేన్, ఎక్సెట్రా. Clear? These are the based on the chemical composition. First one is hydrocarbon compounds. Second one, halocarbon compounds. Halocarbon compounds and the hydrocarbon compounds lone one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by the halogens. The hydrocarbon compounds in which the one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by the halogens. Halogens like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, etc. These are the halogens. These are called the halogens. For example, CH4 is there. For example, hydrocarbon, one of the hydrocarbon, methane, CH4. Let us take CH3F. It is a monofluoromethane. Monofluoromethane. That means one hydrogen atom is replaced by the fluorine. So it is a fluorocarbon. It is used as a refrigerant. Like this, one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by the halogens. Halogens are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Astatine is also there. These are the halogens. These halogens replaced the hydrogen atoms in hydrocarbon compounds. Those are called halocarbon compounds. Clear? These are also using as a refrigerants. Next, third one, inorganic compounds. These are called also 700 series compounds. Okay, 700 series compounds under with me to identify the refrigerants. These compounds were exclusively used before introducing the halocarbon compounds. Halocarbon compounds introduced cheyakamundu ee inorganic compounds chala ekkuva use chesevaru. Okay, these are still using because of their inherent thermodynamic and physical properties. Veeri kuda thermodynamic physical properties chala baguntayi kabatti vaatni inga use chestunnaru. Example, air, water, ammonia, SO2, CO2, these are all inorganic compounds. Ammonia man ice plant lo use chestuntaru. Ammonia ni it is a commercial better refrigerant, ammonia. Okay, carbon dioxide dry ice ga use chestuntuntam. Clear? Water is used as a refrigerant in a steam jet refrigeration system. Clear? So these are the some inorganic compounds which are better, which are having the better thermodynamic and physical properties, which are these are using in industrial purpose. Okay, last one, based on the chemical composition, azeotropes and refrigerant. These are also called 500 series compounds. Azeotropes ante these are the mixture of two or more refrigerants. Ante okati gaani antakante rendu gaani antakante ekkuva refrigerants mix ayipoyi, which cannot be impossible, which cannot be separate at any pressure and temperature. Aa runditni manam separate cheyalekapothe at any pressure and temperature, the chemical bond create ayi aa rendu mix ayipothe vatni azeotropes antam. Okay na, azeotropes are better use better properties when compared to the single refrigerants. Okay, single form lo ఉన్న refrigerants వాడే బదులు azeotropes two or more refrigerants mix చేసి వాడడం వల్ల మనకి better thermodynamics properties, physical and chemical properties కూడా better గా ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి azeotropes are very useful in refrigeration system. Okay, example R500. R500 means it is a mixture of R12 and R152. There are 74% of R12 and 26% of R152 is mixed with each other. Then that is called the R500. This is a 500 series. And R502 is also there. R22, that is at 49% of R22 plus 51% of R115. These are the fluorochlorocarbons. ఇవన్నీ ఒకటి కానీ రెండు కానీ మూడు ఎంతకంటే ఎక్కువ కానీ మిక్స్ అవుతే వాటిని azeotropes అంటామండి. ఇలా మిక్చర్ ని యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు we have their better thermodynamics and physical chemical properties also better. Okay, అందువల్ల ఈ azeotropes ని మనం యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. These are based on the chemical compositions, types of based on the chemical composition. These are the types of refrigerants. Clear, students? Next, coming to the properties of refrigerants. We have three types of properties: thermodynamic properties, chemical properties, and physical properties. Okay, under thermodynamic properties, there are the important factors. These are the important properties I noted here. Four important properties: critical temperature and pressure. What is meant by critical temperature and pressure? It is a peak pressure and temperatures at which the liquid and vapor is equilibrium with each other. Okay, and pressure at which the vapor condenses to liquid and liquid vaporizes to vapor. That is, the liquid evaporates to easily at this pressure, peak pressure. Okay, It is the highest pressure for the refrigerants at which the vapor and liquid changes continuously to one another. Clear? So for a good refrigerant, these values should be above the operating values. A good refrigerant మనం select చేసుకోవాలంటే ఆ good refrigerant కి ఈ critical points అనేది critical temperature and pressure అనేది operating values కంటే ఎక్కువగా ఉండాలి. So operating temperature అనేది condenser, evaporator operating temperatures, operating values కంటే good refrigerant కి these values should be above the operating values. Okay. Second property, thermodynamic property, specific volume. It is a very important property to reduce the compressor size. The specific volume of vapor refrigerant at the evaporated temperature indicates the piston displacement volume per unit mass of the refrigerant. That is called the specific volume. If it is low, piston displacement volume per unit mass of the refrigerant is low, then the size of the compressor can be reduced. For a good refrigerant, this value should be low to reduce the compressor size. Okay, specific volume అనేది తక్కువగా ఉండాలి, critical temperature and pressure ఎక్కువగా ఉండాలి good refrigerant కి. Clear? Latent heat of vaporization. So latent heat of vaporization is the heat required to vaporize from liquid to vapor. So heat can be absorbed, more amount of heat can be absorbed by the refrigerant, then only the refrigeration effect can be increased. So latent heat of vaporization should be high. This property indicates the heat absorption capacity at the evaporator pressure. This property మనకి ఏం చెప్తుంది? Heat absorption capacity represent చేస్తుంది. So for a good refrigerant, this property should be high to increase the refrigeration effect. Evaporator లో జరిగేది refrigeration effect కాబట్టి ఆ refrigeration effect ని మనం increase చేసుకోవడం కొరకు a better high latent heat of vaporization refrigerant ని మనం select చేసుకోవాలి. Clear? Next, freezing temperature. Another property for the refrigerant is freezing temperature. Freezing temperature అంటే at which the refrigerant will be converted into the solid. Okay? The freezing temperature of the refrigerant should be well below the evaporating temperature. Evaporator, for example, ఒక 0 దగ్గర వర్క్ అవుతుంది అనుకోండి. ఎవాపరేటర్ ఆపరేటెడ్ at 0 degree centigrade. సో మనం వాడే రిఫ్రిజిరెంట్ కి దీనికంటే తక్కువ ఫ్రీజింగ్ పాయింట్ ఉంటేనే ఆ ఎవాపరేటర్ లో ఫ్లో అవ్వగలదు. అదర్వైజ్ దీనికంటే ఎక్కువ ఫ్రీజింగ్ పాయింట్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక 2 degree centigrade దగ్గర ఫ్రీజ్ అయింది అనుకోండి, the refrigerant will be blocked in the evaporator. It should not flow. That is, it may not flow through the evaporator coil. So the freezing point must be below the evaporator operating temperature. Clear? Then only the system flows, the refrigerant flows across the evaporator coil smoothly. Okay, the freezing temperature of refrigerant should be well below the operating temperature to avoid the frosting problem. The ice form avadamu, solid form avadamu మనం avoid చేయడం వరకు low temperature, low freezing point temperature ఉన్న refrigerant మాత్రమే సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం. These are the some thermodynamic properties for a good refrigerant while selecting the refrigerant for the particular refrigeration system. Okay, coming to the chemical properties. The refrigerant having these three better chemical properties: flammability, toxicity, and miscibility. Flammability ante a good refrigerant must have the non-flammable in nature to avoid the fire accidents. Fire accident మనం avoid చేయడం కొరకు non-flammable అయి ఉండాలి. Flammability అనేది అసలు ఎక్కువగా ఉండకూడదు. ఓకేనా, తొందరగా బర్న్ అవ్వకుండా ఉండాలి. It can be withstand at higher temperatures. Clear? So flammability అనేది non-flammable అయి ఉండాలి. A good refrigerant అనేది toxicity. A good refrigerant must have the non-toxic in nature and which should not affect on the human being's health. Human being's health ni ayina elanti effect cheyakunda undali. A good refrigerant. That is one of the chemical property of the refrigerant. Miscibility. Miscibility is mixed with the oils. The refrigerant should not mix with the lubricating oils. మన compressor లో lubricating oil వాడుతుంటాం కదా, ఆ lubricating oil తో మిక్స్ అవ్వకుండా సెపరేట్ అవుతూ ఫ్లో అవుతూ ఉండాలి. That is called the miscibility. Clear? And also the refrigerant which does not mix with the food storage, that is the ఏదైతే మనం ఫుడ్ స్టోర్ చేస్తామో దాంతో మిక్స్ అవ్వకుండా ఉండాలి. సో ఇమ్మిసిబిలిటీ అయి ఉండాలి, నేచర్ ఇమ్మిసిబుల్ నేచర్ అయి ఉండాలి, నాన్ టాక్సిక్ నేచర్ అయి ఉండాలి, నాన్ ఫ్లేమబుల్ అయి ఉండాలి. These are the three chemical properties. Okay, physical properties. Coming to the physical properties, ఏంటంటే smell and color. Smell and color. Good refrigerant కి smell color ఉండాలి. ఎందుకు smell and color అంటే to detect the leakages in the system. Any leakages జరిగితే we can easily identify the refrigerant wherever the leakages occurs. So that's why a good refrigerant should have smell and color. Viscosity. It is one of the physical property. Viscosity for the refrigerant should be low. This physical property should be low for easy flowing in the system. Okay, viscosity తక్కువగా ఉంటే తొందరగా ఫ్లో అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. corrosive property. We know that corrosive nature takkuva undali. This property should be low to increase the lifespan of the system. Corrosive nature undakudadu. Thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity for the fluid, that working fluid, refrigerant అనేది చాలా ఎక్కువగా ఉండాలి. బెటర్ హీట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ ఇన్ కండెన్సర్ ఎవాపరేటర్ లో బెటర్ హీట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ జరగడానికి వరకు thermal conductivity for the refrigerant should be high. This property should be high to increase the heat transfer rate in evaporator and condenser. So these are the some physical properties, some chemical properties, along with these some thermodynamic properties. So these are the properties of refrigerants. Let us go for the nomenclature. Nomenclature అంటే ఒక refrigerant కి ఎలా numbering chemical formula మనం రాస్తామనేది. So the refrigerant number consists of ఆ నంబర్ లో ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే ఫస్ట్ డిజిట్ కార్బన్ ఆటమ్స్ -1 గా ఉంటుంది. సెకండ్ డిజిట్ ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది అంటే హైడ్రోజన్ ఆటమ్స్ +1 గా ఉంటుంది. థర్డ్ డిజిట్ ఫ్లోరిన్ ఫస్ట్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్, దెన్ క్లోరిన్ సెకండ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్, బ్రోమిన్ థర్డ్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్, అయోడిన్ లాస్ట్ ప్రిఫరెన్స్. ఓకేనా? సో థర్డ్ డిజిట్ అనేది ఫ్లోరిన్ ఫస్ట్. If fluorine atoms are filled with the carbon bonds, then the chlorine atoms will becomes to share the bond with the carbon. Okay, let us look conversion of refrigerant number into chemical formula. First is refrigerant number ni chemical formula ela convert cheyali. For example, let us take R12. Clear? R12 తీసుకుంటే first R12 should be write as R012. It should have 3 digits. Okay, ఈ 3 digits ఉండాలి. R012, 0 is a negligible value, but R12 అని మనం పిలుస్తాం, but R12 can be rewrite as R012. So first digit C-1. So C-1 is equal to 0 here. C-1 equal to 0 or C equal to 1. Then that means in R12 refrigerant, carbon atoms are 1 carbon atom is there. Okay, and second digit H+1. H+1 equal to 1 is there. H is equal to 0. There is no hydrogen atom in the R12. Then third digit is goes to fluorine. So fluorine is 2 atoms. Fluorine 2 atoms. Therefore, carbon having 4 valency electrons. Carbon ki 4 valency electrons untai, 4 bonds untai. 4 bonds lo 2 bonds emo fluorine already there. Fluorine atoms to share చేసుకుంటుంది. Fluorine atoms are 2 are there. Remaining 2 bonds will be shared by the chlorine atoms. Next preference chlorine. Okay, so the chemical formula is CCl2F2. Clear? R12 chemical formula is CCl2F2. CCl2F2. Dichloro, difluoro, methane. When we call the methane, 1 atom of carbon unte methane anta. Okay? 2 carbon atoms unte ethane anta. 3 carbons unte propane. 4 carbons unte butane. Okay? 5 atoms unte pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane. Like this. Ila 1 carbon atom unte dani emanali methane anta. So dichloro, difluoro, methane. The chemical formula CCl2F2 for R12. Clear? అర్థమైందా? కన్వర్ట్ చేయడం simple conversion. 3 digits ఉంటాయి. ఆ 3 digits లో first digit represents C-1, carbon -1. Second digit is H+1. Third digit is fluorine. Clear? Let us go for the second example. R114. Convert R114 into chemical formula. In this, first digit is C-1, which is equal to 1, C equal to 2. Therefore, carbon atoms are 2 in R114. H+1 is there. H+1 place lo 1 untundi. H is equal to 0. So there is no hydrogen atom in R114. The third digit is represents fluorine. So 4 fluorine atoms. Clear? Therefore, carbon, 2 carbons. The bond shared between the 2 carbons, 1 bond is shared between the 2 carbons, and remaining empty bonds are 6 empty bonds are there. 6 valence electrons for the 2 carbon atoms. Clear? So out of these 4 fluorine atoms, 4 fluorine atoms ఉంటాయి దీనిలో. Let us take 4 fluorine atoms. Remaining 2 bonds are empty. These empty bonds will be shared with the chlorine atoms. Clear? Therefore, C2 2 carbons, Cl2 2 chlorine atoms, F4. C2Cl2F4. Dichloro, tetrafluoro, ethane. Ethane means 2 carbons are there. Clear? Like that, you have to convert refrigerant number into chemical formula. R11. Rewrite it as R011, in which C minus 1 equal to 0, C equal to 1, H plus 1 equal to 1, H is equal to 0, fluorine atom 1. So 1 carbon atom, 1 fluorine atom, remaining 3 bonds will be shared with the chlorine atom. Okay, CCl3F. Trichloro, monofluoro, methane. 1 carbon is there, methane. Like that, you have to convert. We can convert the refrigerant number into chemical formula. Clear? Convert the following. You have to try it. R113, R40, R30, R21, R22, and R134. Try these refrigerant numbers converted into chemical formula. Okay. Next, second one, conversion of chemical formula into refrigerant number. Chemical formula is the refrigerant number loci. Refrigerant number is follows: R C minus 1, H plus 1, F. Clear? E formula ఉంటుంది refrigerant number. So CHFCl2. CHCFCl2 ఎలా కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తాం? R carbon minus 1. Carbon atoms ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ? 1. So 1 minus 1. Next digit is H plus 1. Hydrogen atoms ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి? 1. 1 plus 1. Third digit is fluorine. Fluorine atoms ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి? 1. Therefore, R021, R21. Clear? CHF and this is the dichloro monofluoro methane is R221. Its number is R21. Clear? CH4 like that. CH4 lo carbon atoms 1 undi, 1 minus 1. Hydrogen atoms 4 unnai, 4 plus 1. Fluorine atoms same level 0. So R050. So R50. R50 is the refrigerant number for methane. Next, convert. You try these two formulas: C2F2Cl3H, C2H2Cl3F. Convert these formulas into our refrigerant numbers. Clear? Then go for refrigerant number for inorganic compounds. These are called the 700 series. In refrigerant number for the inorganic components, write like this: R700 series. The next two digits is molecular weight of that compound. Molecular weight of that compound. Let us take A. A refrigerant number is R700 series. 29 is the molecular weight of air. R729. Ammonia. NH3. R717. 17 is the 17 is the molecular weight. It is a 3 is the hydrogen molecular weight and 14 is the nitrogen molecular weight. 14 plus 3 17. R717. Carbon dioxide CO2 R744. 44 is the molecular weight of carbon dioxide. 12 plus 32. 32 is the oxygen, 12 is the carbon molecular weight. Then SO2 R764. 64 is the molecular weight of SO2. 32 oxygen, 32 sulfur. So total 64. H2O, so water. Water refrigerant number is R718. 18 is the molecular weight of H2O. That is 16 oxygen atom and 2 is the hydrogen molecule there. Hydrogen 2 plus 16 atoms. Total 18 is the molecular weight of H2O. Like this, you have to write the refrigerant numbers for the inorganic compounds. Dear students, like this, you have to give the nomenclature for different refrigerants. Next, coming to the last slide in this third unit is ozone depletion and global warming. Ozone depletion and global warming, and we know that the ozone depletion and the reduction of ozone layer at the that is the ozone depletion. Ozone depletion and the layer which is reduced by the chlorofluorocarbons. That is called the ozone depletion. Ozone enduku manaki ozone layer is used to protect from the ultraviolet rays from the sun. So sun nunchi ultraviolet rays ni manaki earth ki reach avakunda it will be obstructed. It will be protected the earth. Okay. So a ozone depletion mana chlorofluorocarbon use cheyadam valla depletion jarugutundi. Depletion ante reduction jarugutundi. Damage jarugutundi ozone. Ela damage jarugutundi danni dento measure chestarante these are the two factors. Ozone depletion and global warming. Global warming ante heating of earth. Earth heat avadani global warming anta. Ela jarugutundi ane okasari chudam. Ozone depletion potential. It is defined as the ratio of global loss of ozone due to the given substance to the global loss of ozone due to CFC11 of the same mass. CFC11 at the reference chlorofluorocarbon ఇది. దీనిలో హైయెస్ట్ దీనికి ఏ నేచర్ ఉందంటే ఎక్కువ ఓజోన్ డిప్లీషన్ జరగడానికి ఎక్కువ నేచర్ ఉండేది CFC11 కి. దీంతో కంపేర్ చేసి రిమైనింగ్ గ్రీన్ హౌస్ గ్యాసెస్ ని మనం రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తే దాన్ని ఓజోన్ డిప్లీషన్ పొటెన్షియల్ అంటాం. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఇస్ ద గ్లోబల్ లాస్ ఆఫ్ ఓజోన్ డ్యూ టు గివెన్ సబ్స్టెన్స్. ఈ గివెన్ సబ్స్టెన్స్ ఇన్ ది గ్రీన్ హౌస్ గ్యాస్ అదర్ దాన్ CFC11 రిమైనింగ్ గ్రీన్ హౌస్ గ్యాసెస్ టు ద గ్లోబల్ లాస్ ఆఫ్ ఓజోన్ డ్యూ టు CFC11 of the same mass. This is called the ozone depletion potential. This ozone depletion potential is more for the CFC11. Okay, remaining gas ki ozone depletion potential takkuga untundi. So this ozone depletion potential is less than 1, always less than 1. So CFC11, this is also called R11, has the maximum potential amongst all the CFCs. Anni CFCs kante chlorofluorocarbons kante CFC11 having the highest potential to reduce the ozone or to damage the ozone because of the presence of 3 chlorine atoms in the molecule. ఈ molecule CFC11 అనే molecule లో 3 chlorine atoms ఉంటాయి. ఆ 3 chlorine atoms వల్ల ఓజోన్ డిప్లీషన్ మేజర్ గా జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. సో chlorine atoms are the major effect on the ozone. Clear? So global warming potential and it is defined as the ratio of energy absorbed by the greenhouse gas of 1 ton of emission to the energy absorbed by the CO2 gas of same mass. So ఇదేంటి ఎనర్జీ అబ్జార్బ్, ఏదైనా గ్రీన్ హౌస్ గ్యాస్ లీక్ అయితే అది ఎనర్జీ అబ్జార్బ్ చేసుకొని అది ఎస్కేప్ అవ్వకుండా ఎర్త్ ని హీట్ అవ్వడానికి చూసే గ్యాస్ గ్రీన్ హౌస్ గ్యాసెస్. అది కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్ కి చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది, రిమైనింగ్ గ్రీన్ హౌస్ గ్యాసెస్ కి ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది అని నేచర్. సో ఆల్వేస్ ద GWP is large. If the GWP is large, global warming potential is large, then that greenhouse gas having more ability to warm the earth compared to the CO2 gas over that period. By definition of GWP for CO2 gas is 1. GWP CO2 ki enta ee definition base cheskoni 1. Clear? CO2 ki GWP 1, CFC11 ki ozone depletion potential 1. Clear? So remaining gases anedi energy absorption ఎక్కువగా ఉండడం వల్ల ఇది always greater than 1. GWP అనేది always greater than 1, ozone depletion potential అనేది always less than 1. So global warming is due to the greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases అంటే ఏంటి? CFC11, carbon dioxide, like that greenhouse gases ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా? So which warm the earth by absorbing the energy and slowing down the rate of escaping the energy to space. అవి ఏం చేస్తాయంటే ఎనర్జీ అబ్జార్బ్ చేసుకొని ఎస్కేప్ అవ్వకుండా ఎనర్జీని ఎస్కేప్ అవ్వకుండా చూస్తాయి. దీస్ గ్యాసెస్ యాక్ట్స్ లైక్ ఏ బ్లాంకెట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సులేషన్ టు ద ఎర్త్. ఇవి మనకి ఎర్త్ కి బ్లాంకెట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సులేషన్ లాగా యాక్ట్ అవుతాయి.